going on, man? My name is Mundo. I'm an artist and a curator. So me and my brother, Frankie Velez, we came together because we wanted to bring the Mexican culture, LA, California, to New York City. So we're still waiting for the hydraulic cars. They're showing up late, but they're coming in. So we gotta have hydraulic cars. We got Day of the Dead, Frida, the Masquerade guy, the Lucha Libre, you know. So the whole theme of this Mexican culture is like we had to bring Latinos back, and we want to bring more art shows and represent Latinos. So basically, it's called the Impact Show. You know, amazing 17 artists, and they all did a great job. So go see every art, enjoy. Peace out.
I'm Frankie, the other half of the Impact Show with my co-curator Mundo. I'm Frankie Velez. What you're seeing tonight is a Mexican themed show. We have 18 artists from LA and New York City, and what it's all about, it's about how Mexican culture trickled into America and became kind of like pop culture. The show took us 2 months to do. We gave each artist 2 months advance time so they could take their time and so we could put this awesome show that you see tonight together. The artists that we selected are either from the scene, we either previously worked with them or we did our research for a couple of them and we just handpicked who we thought would fit. And what we wanted to do also, since it's a Mexican theme, like when you see the lowrider Chicanos, the way they always have those muralists and all those guys, you know, painting their cars. So a lot of these artists are all additionally trained artists, you know, so it's kind of like that whole Chicano vibe as well. The space here was offered to us by the owner, Derek. He always expressed having a Mexican themed show in this Mexican restaurant. So he approached my co-curator first, Xavier, then Xavier kept beating me and Frankie, we should do this. Frankie, we should do this. And I kept telling him, yeah. So finally I took it serious. I sat down and I said, this sounds awesome. I want to do it. And this is what you see today.
So I'm Derek Sanders, I own Esquina, and the origin of this really is our first restaurant in Kenmare that we had. We always were supporting the arts, and we would change the art every 3 months in the cafe, in the gallery, and so it was just something that I always wanted to do in terms of supporting artists, sort of expressing sort of the Mexican culture in America. So when we had this space, I was always fighting with the idea that it was a very specific American diner, and I really wanted to work to sort of deconstruct it and really let the Mexican food, the Mexican culture, and sort of express itself in a different way. So Xavier was brilliant, so we sort of teamed up, and with this whole group of artists that he brought in, they sort of tagged and really deconstructed the diner, I think, in a beautiful way, with the tabletops and all of the artwork, and it's so much more beautiful now than what it was before. And then out here, it's really just an opportunity because we have the space to show their, bigger pieces, and people really stand back and enjoy it. And it's really a party for them. It's really for the artists. But everything in the diner we will keep, and then out here with the artists, I'd like to work with them and maybe either leave things hanging here for as long as we can throughout the summer season, and also maybe do some additional shows in the Soho Cafe. Thanks for coming. Stick around for a while. It's going to be fun. Great.
So I'm Brandon Franklin, owner and designer of the Franklin Company. I make hats, handcrafted 100%. Impact show. We're here at the Impact show with Savior. A table full of hats. I made a little capsule collection of straw and felt specifically for this show. In recognition of Mexican Revolution, Dia de los Muertes, Latino independence, artists, and people who appreciate craft all around the world.
Well, my name is Miguel Valle. I'm a New York artist, New York-based artist, and I'm a multidisciplinary artist who works with, basically right now I do a lot of installation film, conceptual installations where they're performances. I also do painting and jewelry. My background is, my day job is I'm an art director in fashion. So I direct for 9 streetwear brands in New York. And I'm pretty much love to work in all different mediums. My work in general is very much about love, romance, and fear and trauma, and the unknown. Basically, like all the things of how the mind reacts to love. So it was kind of like really like a personal thing when I was doing my work for the show. So yeah, and what I did is I kind of injected the Day of the Dead kind of like Mexican culture into it. But yeah. But if you want to see a little background on what I do, I have a website. It's dismology.com. DIZMOLOGY. Dismology.com. That's also my Instagram. And you can see a little bit more into what I'm working on right now. But yeah, it's pretty epic. It's pretty crazy.
My name is Rob Plater. I go by Timo. Originally, I'm from East New York, Brooklyn. I'm here. I was invited to participate in this awesome show by Frankie Velez and Xavier Mundo. Primarily, I would say my work has a lot to do with the idea of identity, role-playing, a lot of those common things that a lot of people deal with, especially artists nowadays. And I think it's a very common thing. You know, we all deal with it as human beings, especially in this city like New York. Everybody's kind of like struggling and scrambling to figure out their role or whatever it is we do on a day-to-day basis, whether we're parents or, you know, we're sons, we're fathers, or mothers. And a lot of times that's kind of like the outfits we put on. So my work, I basically kind of explore that theme through whether the characters or the figures are wearing masks or outfits. And it's always been a big interest to me. It dates back to me being a kid, just kind of like putting on Spider-Man outfits for Halloween. Me and my brother just playing Batman and Robin, that sort of thing. You're never really comfortable in your own skin. I think a lot of times we're never happy just being who we are. We want to be something else. We want to be something greater. We want to put on a mask, or we want to say, you know, we want to talk about our job descriptions. So I wouldn't say I'm necessarily trying to say anything definitive, but I just want to create a conversation and generate interest and get people talking about these subject matters. Aside from that, I think I want to reach an audience of people like me. You know, I grew up in East New York. I was early on, I was influenced by street art and graffiti, primarily graffiti. And over time, I think it's a genre that's, in some ways, it's been demonized. It has a lot of negative stigmas to it. Fortunately for me, I was able to get through school and I learned a lot of traditional methods of painting and drawing, and so my work also combines a lot of these things I grew up with, graffiti, as well as the more traditional ideas about painting and drawing and these techniques, and I try to blend them and basically bridge the gap between these genres that a lot of times we won't see together. Right? It's very divided a lot of times. Overall, you know, I want to have a positive message. A lot of my work is personal. It's about my life, the way I interpret the world through my lens. If people relate to that, it's great. If not, you know, I want it to be open to interpretation. So I'm always excited to hear what other people see in my work. And I'm always down for these conversations. Just kind of anything that happens. I'm just always looking to relate to other people. So they don't have to be artists. And that's pretty much it. Everybody's using Instagram, so you can easily find me at TMO Plater, so TMOPLATER. That's my Instagram account. Aside from that, you can either punch me into Facebook, Rob Plater. You'll see me and you can find images of my work. or you can go to www.artplater.carbonmade.com.
So my name is Christine Yeager. I lived in Chinatown for about 3 years now. That's sort of where everything kind of started. Just like the lights, the streets, the culture, everything. And I've sort of adapted this name Infinity Rises, and it starts with tree roots and blood vessels and bug wings. Like everything sort of has this same pattern, like the same repetitive network. You have one line and it's like powerless, but you have like a whole bunch of lines and it creates like a form, like a spider web or something like that. So I sort of started obsessing over this exact pattern and created like different systems within that pattern, and that's how this like all sort of started to come about. Like the first job I ever had moving to New York was at Soho Esquina. So I was 18, 19 in a Mexican restaurant, and I just got submerged in the culture. Like the people that worked there, like, you know, the food runners, the kitchen, everyone. I just loved how much they loved everyone around them and how passionate they were as people. And so like I just started picking up on the music or the art around it. And so it's been about 6 or 7 years. So I felt like it was like, I'm Puerto Rican, but I felt like this was like a new adapted culture that I could really identify with in a lot of ways, you know. This is sort of a tribute to their culture. They have a game, a lottery game, bingo cards, and you have the mermaid and the drunk and the heart, and the heart for me was what I understood the most, because that's like, you know, what we all have. So just acknowledging their culture while like bringing my heart into it was like what I was trying to do with this piece. My work is very, I like to be abstract. Like I don't want to have any form with anything because I deal with emotion more than object. But I really want to start going bigger. Like I like the obsession of the pattern, but my body is actually like starting to break down from it. So I just want to start working on like larger scale, like murals or something where it's more performance based or something like that. Because when you have a painting, you put it up on a wall and then you walk away. Whereas I kind of want to be more involved, you know. So I'm hoping to start doing like things outside or just things like really big, so I can be a part of it. The website is infinityrises.com, and then I have infinity_rises on Instagram, so people can follow. I post all that stuff.
Right now, this is my most current show, but my baby project, which I keep putting back, because every time somebody offers me a show like this, my personal project, I push back, which is I want to do a big show incorporating longboards, the skateboard world, and autism. I want to give a part of the proceeds to autism. A lot of my friends, their kids have autism, and it's like, wow, this is running really rampant nowadays. So that's been my baby project for the past 4 years that I'm slowly putting together. So far, everybody that I've put a buzz in 3 years, I've expressed what I want, and everybody's loving the idea. So I have to do it soon.
Oh, yeah.
He hears about it every time. So hopefully that's gonna be a really big show, and that's my heart right there. These guys, all I can say is that they over-exceeded what my expectation on what I thought was gonna happen. I do a lot of shows. I've been doing shows since 2007. I'm blessed to work with a lot of artists worldwide, but today I'm really happy. My stuff, you can actually catch me on social media. My Instagram is artface7, the number 7. You can catch my Tumblr, which is A Bowl of Mixed Art. I have a Facebook page also, A Bowl of Mixed Art.